Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all having a great week and truly are in full health. I think to a lot of us, Wano was a tad confusing and ended somewhat abruptly. I'm not necessarily talking about the ending in 1057, but the overall span of chapters that closes out the war and concluding Wano. As the storyline closes out, we are left pondering some of the mysteries and storylines we left behind. But before we get into that, please remember to give this video a like and remember to subscribe. Now let's get into it. As Wano becomes a blip in the background, the ramifications are not only felt through the One Piece world, but also our world, with the community split and arguing. A lot of people are upset while a few are pleased. Some are left puzzled by the different plots left behind. Some of those emotions are there because the arc subverted our expectations. While we were waiting for certain events to unfold, our emotions grew weary. For instance, some of the sword lore was just abandoned. I can't tell if it was dropped because Oda didn't have time or because he has a plan for it. But we didn't see Ryuma's Shusui being returned to the grave, or the fate of Sandai Katetsu's sibling sword, the Nidai Katetsu. Now, it is interesting Zoro didn't upgrade with this blade due to the fact of it being a stronger blade than the Sandai. Speaking of Zoro, we really got nothing with his lineage. It was hinted that he looked like the Shimotsuki, but it was never confirmed. This is a plotline that has to be touched on in the future. There is no way Oda will never divulge information on Zoro's lineage. We still have the numbers who look like old daimyo. We have all the people suffering from the smile fruits, Kaido and Yamato's Oni race, and Kaido's backstory in general. How Onigashima even got there, who was the person who healed the scabbards and why, Big Mom's crew, the Lunarians. With all that, we also have the fact that the Straw Hats left without Yamato and Tama, who Ace promised to both of them that he would come back for them and take them to sea. They have to find an opportunity to include them in their crew. Last but not least, opening the borders of Wano. But fortunately for us, most of these will be happening in order to move the story along. So out of these that I listed, there are a few that will be able to be resolved, but some that I can't figure out how Oda is going to fit them in. I'm sure Oda will not come back to certain items like Ryuma's sword being laid to rest or healing the scabbards unless Oda reveals it was Toki and she will reveal herself toward the end of the story. I'm unsure if Oda will discuss the numbers who look like the old daimyo, but it is implied that they are one and the same and were experimented on. Sword lore will always happen in One Piece, but specifically for the Nidai, maybe Oda is skipping over it so Zoro will acquire the Shodai. Not really sure on that, but sword lore will always have an opportunity outside of Wano. Zoro's lineage can actually be touched on at any moment, but it seems it was wasted if he truly was from Wano. Other than that, maybe we come in contact with his parents and they are from Wano but decided to leave and become something else that is yet to be revealed. We still have time and opportunity for this to happen. The other lineage we need to learn about are the Lunarians, King's race. Fortunately for us, this will most likely be revealed when learning of the Void Century, so I think we are still okay to learn about this at a later time, and it's not necessary to learn in Wano. But what we still need to learn in Wano is about Onigashima and how it ended up there and who the skull belonged to. Fortunately for us, I think Marco might have some insight of this due to him mentioning Onigashima's real name. If we are truly going to meet up with Marco next on Sphinx Island, then he might have a lot of info to dump on us, including this. The people from Wano are still struggling with the effects of the smile fruits, and I have no clue how they will be brought back into the story. My only thought is the Straw Hats will meet Vegapunk, and he will be the key to reverting Wano's people back to normal. We still virtually know nothing about Devil Fruit, so maybe Oda is waiting for Vegapunk to tell us about Devil Fruit in order to cure the people of Wano. Kaido and Yamato's Oni race is something that I think is of great significance, but like the Devil Fruit, maybe we can get this lore from Vegapunk since he studied Kaido. Other than that, I don't believe Kaido's role will be over just like that, because his history is something I think we need to know and is tied to his race as well. We got a mini flashback, but I am expecting a lot more. Big Mom's crew's whereabouts still has me confused, and we have no clue where they went. When speaking on Big Mom and Kaido though, I think I will explain in my next video, which you'll have to wait for. Overall, there are many opportunities for some of these plot points to be picked back up. I think there is a big chance for us to return to Wano, especially with Pluton being buried somewhere below and the borders needing to be opened. I'm sure when that happens, the Straw Hats will be back making the Wano arc continue, but not traditionally. A sort of roundabout way to make it back to the land and tie up loose ends. Or at least I hope so. Anyway, that's the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe. Remember to keep an eye out for my next video about Big Mom and Kaido. See ya!